Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make some easy skillet almond flour flatbread. This is new. I found some almond flour the other day. I actually found some more today, but I found some almond flour the other day, and it came in this fun little package. So I decided that I wanted to make this because we do have leftovers for dinner tonight. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. We went to the beach today. The beach in Nice is pure rocks, but they're like flat and rounded and really cool rocks. So we spent a lot of time in the rocks. I actually went in the water. It was cold, but my girls, I love the water, but if it's cold, I have a hard time. But I went in and I'm glad I did. I was cold. I had to what do you call it? Piel de gallina. I had goosebumps the whole time, but I was good, and we had a fun time in the water, out of the water. It was great. So it's a beautiful warm day. It's 75, so it's warm, and in the shade it's cooler, but it's not cold. So I have a bowl here, and I have one beaten egg, and I am going to add to this 1 tablespoon of melted butter. 1 tablespoon of melted butter. And then I'm going to beat that together. And then I have just 3 more ingredients. So 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 egg. Now I'm going to add my 1 cup of shredded cheese. 1 cup of shredded cheese. And then I'm going to mix that together. And then I have 2 more ingredients. And then we're gonna just form some like tortilla / flatbreads. And this is gonna make, depending on the size, we're gonna see. It's gonna make between 2 and 4. So I have my frying pans ready, and I have this mixture ready. Now I'm going to add my almond flour. So this is 125 grams, which is the equivalent to 1 1/4 cup almond flour. I'm gonna use all of it. 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. And then one last ingredient, which is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then when we make each side, we can put a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna mix that. Now I'm just gonna mix this in with all of this other. So it's kind of a chunky, because the cheese is not melted or anything. It's just kind of a chunky dough, but it's still a dough. And the more that we can like push things into each other like this, push, the more dough-like it will become. And then now we're almost there. That's the last of the ingredients. So now it's just a matter of making the flatbread, like forming it, and then pushing it down with our spatula. So I'm gonna turn my pans on and to like medium heat. And I have a little tiny bit of butter, or you can use avocado oil spray or coconut oil spray, olive oil spray. We just want to get the pan a little bit greased so that nothing sticks. And then I'm gonna form these, and I'll show you again. So you can see that it's starting to be, almost looks like a potato pancake or something, but it's not. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. You're gonna want to try this. And We had a great afternoon.
Oh, did you move my phone?
No. Today, sorry. Tomorrow we're leaving. We're checking out of here midday. And then we're going to be doing a few things within. We're going to store our luggage in a locker. And then walk around, go to a museum, go to the castle in Nice, and then go to the airport. And then tomorrow we go to Lisbon. So we'll be not cooking live tomorrow, but I will come live and say hi, probably from the castle. And now I have those melted. So I'm gonna grab an amount here, like a ball, making it into a ball. So it's like a ball. And then I'm gonna start mashing it. It's not really sticking to my fingers, so I can push a little bit. Now I'm gonna make these into you can put them bigger, but because it's easier like this, I'm gonna make them like this, and I might push a little bit on once I have it on the pan itself. So it's kind of like a flatbread bite, flatbread bite, or like a tortilla bite. All right, so I'm gonna push this here. I'm gonna then use my spatula to push it down, and then make a couple more. So this is helpful to push it with your spatula, because especially if you have like a silicone spatula or a spatula that's not gonna stick, then it can help you to keep forming it, but you don't want these to be overly thin. These aren't gonna be like tortillas that you fold. These are like a flatbread, like a bread, like a small piece of bread that you eat with alongside your food. All right, so that one's starting to cook. This one, if I make them this size, I think I might get like 6 out of this. Hi, Dawn. Hello, hello. If you like bread or tortillas or flatbread, put like them or like it in the comments. And this, the more that I push, it gets on the edges, it starts to separate. So I want to keep that together. So it almost looks like a patacone, which is like a flat green plantain, flattened green plantains. So I'm going to put that there. Yeah, you can see it. And push. This spatula is completely flat, so it's a interesting way to push. I don't really have space to push with it because it doesn't fold up. All right, now I'm going to let that cook, and I'm going to keep making it more. No, okay, this part did not go in there. And if you make it a little bit bigger, I'm gonna make one that's a little bit bigger too, so we can see the difference. Like this is a big ball. It's like a big ball. Then if you press this like this, and then if you squeeze and put your fingers in the center, kind of like a, I don't know, a protractor, that's what made me think of, then you can squeeze and turn, and this will make like a bigger piece that is thicker. Okay, so you can see how thick that is. Once it's in the pan, let's see if I can turn this a little bit, then you can push it down. And pushing it down will make it connect better, but it'll also get it to be a little bit more, a little bit bigger and not as thick in some parts. So if you're using like a big one, I think actually this really big one, it would probably make 3 or 4 of the really big ones. And then of the small ones, I think it would make like 6. All right, let's see if this one's ready to flip. Not yet. I'm gonna move, that one's not ready to be moved either. This one might be able to be moved and make room for another one. Okay, so this is the recipe. Once it's like golden on one side, then you'll be able to flip it and we'll be able to then cook it on the other side. So you want it to be cooked and golden on both sides. I'm gonna have to make small ones because there's no more room for another big one on here. But I have room for 2 more small ones in the pan as they are. So these are my new easy skillet almond flour. I don't know if flatbread's the right word yet. I think so. Flatbread / tortillas. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt on all the sides. And I am going to make one more, but that's it. I was trying to show you a flipped, if I can flip one. Okay, I can show you how this isn't quite, I should have let it be a little bit longer. Okay, so if I bring you over here, you can see how it's too light right here. This is probably good right there. So we're gonna let it, I'm probably gonna need to let it cook a little bit more, but that's how it's gonna be. And then it's gonna be so good. And you can scoop your food with it. You can put your food on top if you want. Although I think it'll be better as like a scoop or as like a piece at a time. And so these are gonna be great. I'd love for you to try them. Let me know what you think. I will tell you later what I think. And have a wonderful day and night. From my house to your kitchen, from Nice, France to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world.